What is up, everyone? So today there's gonna be some crazy stuff to talk about, like tropics, which we already have a tropical storm watch for Key West. But the tropics is the only thing that I'm scared about for this video. The storms for tomorrow is another concerning thing, but it's not something I'm like 1,000% worried about. So let's just hop into the video, starting off with. So, if you're over here, this is the arrival of the winds. If you're over here in Cuba, you might start seeing the winds by 8 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday. But if you're in Florida, I would say Wednesday at 8 a.m., places in Key West, you will start feeling the wind. I wouldn't actually be surprised to see the whole entire state of Florida go under either a tropical storm warning or a hurricane warning. I would not be surprised. I would actually not be surprised to see places in Mississippi getting put under a tropical storm watch or a hurricane local statement. But by Thursday at 8 a.m., that's apparently when it's going to be making landfall, possibly. Thursday around 8 a.m., which kind of sucks because I won't be able to do a live stream for it because I got school Thursday. But Miami, you can get the winds by Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm probably going to go live Wednesday is when I'm probably going to go live. Wednesday at about possibly 5-ish. No, not 5-ish. Probably around 6 or 7 I'll go live. Talking about the tornado threat and stuff. And then Thursday around 8 p.m., you people over in upper Georgia, upper South Carolina, southern Tennessee, and southern North Carolina could be starting to get some gusty winds from this probably tropical storm at this point. But this is going to be one of the biggest hurricanes we've ever seen in the USA this year, possibly even in a couple years. So far on this storm, we don't really gotta mind the storm over in Mexico unless you're living down here in southern Mexico. That can bring 90 mile per hour winds plus. But if you're over for now, this is the winds, and there could be up to 80 mile per hour winds with this storm. And yeah. So the flash flooding potential, there is a moderate risk with this storm. I would be surprised if it does not update to a high risk along the Tallahassee area. But Tallahassee, you are in the red zone for this flooding. And that's 40% chance of risk. In the slight risk, we got places like Montgomery and Benjamin, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, Knoxville and Chattanooga, Tennessee, Charlotte, North Carolina, Roanoke, Virginia. I forgot to say Augustus and Savannah, Georgia, and Tampa Bay, Florida. And then we got a little bit of spot over here in Springfield. I don't know if that's associated with this hurricane. It might be. And then up into Ohio, of course, and Indiana and Illinois, we got the marginal risk, which I wouldn't be surprised to see the update to a slight risk. I would not be surprised if that updates to a slight risk, as it is moving up. It just started, though, so a lot of stuff can happen with this, but most models are showing that it's going to be a pretty hectic hurricane. So day one on the severe weather on land, as we got a big old trough that's pushing some cooler air into many places in the United States that actually need the cool air, and many places in the United States that are going through a drought right now. I'm talking about you, Ohio and West Virginia. They are more than likely going to be experiencing rain tomorrow, Tuesday, which is actually very good because my grass is dead right now. I need rain. We haven't really got much rain today. We've only got 0.13 inches, and that was just in the morning because there was a little storm that came through. Really didn't do nothing though. But if you look, places included in this marginal risk, anywhere in the risk zone can get rain. Anywhere outside the risk zone can get rain. But places included is Little Rock, Jackson, Nashville, Bowling Green, Evansville, and Louisville. And this does not come with a tornado risk, I'm pretty sure. If we click on tornado, oh, it does come with a tornado risk. Okay, so it comes with a 2% tornado risk. This 2% tornado risk includes mainly just Evansville and Bowling Green. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe 1 or 2 tornado warnings down there, but I don't think it's going to be much. Then the day 2 risk, which of course is tomorrow, there is a big marginal risk for places such as Jackson, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Bowling Green, Louisville, Cincinnati, Columbus, and Indianapolis. You guys could be getting some storms. And then the slight risk includes possibly Lexington. I'm pretty sure it does include Lexington, though. And then on day 2, which is Tuesday, tomorrow, the day that I'm not as concerned about now that I'm seeing the stuff with it, but still is concerning. It includes Nashville, Bowling Green, Louisville, Cincinnati, Columbus, and Fort Wayne. That's the marginal risk. In the slight risk, that probably only includes the only major city I would think it includes is Lexington, which ain't on this map because it's not really that major of a city to be put on a map like this. And this does come with a 2% tornado risk for Columbus and Fort Wayne. So be looking out for a couple tornadoes up there. I think I'm actually included in this. Well, I'm not including this, but Springfield, Ohio is, which is just right above me, a county above me. So I will probably be included in this. And even a county above me. It's only I can't walk to Springfield, but I can, yeah. And then this also comes with a hail threat for majority of the marginal risk and mainly all the slight risk. And then the wind is another concerning thing. 15% chance of damaging winds in the Kentucky area, where there's a lot of trees right now that are dead. A lot of those trees are dead due to the drought that's been happening. So if you're seeing all those weird looking trees that feel like they're gonna fall over, but they're not falling over yet because there hasn't been not as much wind, there's a chance that they will fall over because they're dead. They're dead trees. Yeah, that is something that concerns me, though. But, yeah. And day 3, I really don't got to talk about. I'm just going to show you there's probably going to be an upgrade to day 3 for Florida area. Maybe a marginal or slight risk. I would say possibly a slight risk because of tornado possibility. Maybe an enhanced risk, maybe a moderate risk, maybe a high risk. Who knows? I don't think it has capability to become a moderate risk or a high risk, as it's not that major at the moment. Well, it is major, but it's not like to the point that like we got to go all the way down there and get the people that are going to get hurt by the hurricane, because you guys got 4 days to prepare. That's all I'm going to say, because it's all I know, because I'm just a YouTuber that does weather stuff. I get none of my information. I get my information right off of here from X. So, yeah. So today's rainfall outlook is including St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Louisville, which it's mainly a marginal risk, nothing too severe. Could be a possible flooding chance, and yeah, possible flooding chances, and that's pretty much it. If we go on day 2, there's another marginal risk for mainly the Columbus and Cincinnati area. I would just say all of Ohio could be under this. All of Ohio and all of West Virginia. There could be some flooding once again in this area. If we go on day 3, this is when stuff starts to get kind of concerning because the hurricane approaches. There will be a slight risk for Atlanta and Birmingham and Knoxville, and of course the marginal risks starring the hurricane that will be making its way through on the next day, day 4. Day 4, we have a moderate risk, which is what I've said for mainly Tallahassee area. Tallahassee area, you got to be worrying about this because there could be flooding, possibly bigger flooding. Looks like they also updated this to include Albany and Dawson, so that's interesting. And then day 5 is a lot different story. There's going to be 2 sets of slight risk areas for rainfall. Nothing really going on over here into those areas. Mainly just slight risk all over the place. And so the temperature outlook for the next few days, 6 to 8 days, shows it's going to be 70% chance of temperature being above normal over here near by Phoenix, which is going to be really good because, yeah. And if we look over here, don't mind this is just Hurricane 9. There is going to be another 70% chance of temperatures being above normal up here in Michigan. And then in Maine, New York, and New Hampshire. And then the precipitation outlook, it's going to be kind of rainy over here for the next few days. There's a 40% chance of precipitation being above normal, thanks to whatever the heck this hurricane's name is. And then over here in Texas, we are going to be bone dry. Bone dry over here in Texas. And then a little bit of Maine could be getting some dry conditions still. And it's not going to be that good if you're in Maine or Texas. So just watch out for those fires if any fires happen. So before we do anything, let's check on our hurricane down here. Let's see how this is going to unfold. What this is showing is I don't think it can go out to as far as Thursday, but what this is showing is going to be intensifying like crazy when it reaches past Cuba. And if we look, Cuba, you could be getting smacked around the Havana area by downpours. And then if we look down here, we got beautiful Hurricane John, which is doing nothing to harm anybody in the USA. It's harming Mexico, though. Sad for Mexico. Let's bring it back a little bit to this area, which is another area of concern. So, starting Tuesday around 2 a.m., there could be some storms entering the Ohio Valley, soon to fizzle off, and then spark back up around 5, and then slam directly into Ohio, producing some rain. Upper Ohio will get some rain. Pittsburgh area will get some rain. And then it just completely fizzles out. And then we got a little bit of a disturbance down here in Knoxville area. And if we look up here, you see there's a little bit of rain trying to enter Washington and Oregon, trying to wash them, but really won't do much. But that is all I really have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and make sure to subscribe for more weather updates. I also do post Roblox videos sometimes, not as often anymore, but yeah, it will be coming back soon. So, like I always say, stay safe out there.